From Alpha News, it looks like anti-ICE agitators set up blockades on the Minneapolis streets. They're checking people's driver's licenses and their plates to put them through a database. They want to see if you're somebody who's related to ICE, if there's someone that they can ultimately attack. You've got you see the checkpoints here, the little autonomous zones. I appreciate the recliner being used.
They should do the same thing at polling locations.
Yeah, well,
true.
They were just trying to block ICE to get anywhere near polling locations. I wonder what that means, right? I wonder what that implies.
They should send an MRAP through that thing. Just knock it down. The idea that this is acceptable is ridiculous.
You mean the feds or the local state police force?
I think the feds should. If these people are setting up checkpoints and making people stop, that's completely and totally outside of the realm of acceptable. Like, the feds should go in there and take this down and they're doing, essentially this is piracy, right? They're saying you can't come in here. They're charging tolls or what have you. Like, they should all be arrested and tossed in jail.
We're going to roll some of this footage.
Yeah, it looks like we got some footage here.
Give it to me, Serge.
You can't assault me, dude.
Get in your fucking car.
You can't.
Get in the fucking car, man.
Is that Tim Walz? I see a limp wrist.
So they're assaulting me and my photojournalist. Got it all on video. They actually tried to steal my phone, but unsuccessful. And you're gonna get blasted all over the internet, buddy. You can't assault me, dude.
But yeah, I mean, look, these guys they're intimidating people. They're telling you can't go this way. You can't get out and film. Like, these people should all be arrested.
That is notoriously like the edited video where what happened right before. He was like, can't assault me, bro. Like, very intentionally edited right to the point where he got grabbed. Like, what did he do before for that guy to grab him in his car? I want to know.
He tried to get out of his car.
I don't know what happened. It was edited.
But that's the beauty of it, right? Is we have had to hear about how unprofessional ICE is, how it's a bunch of thugs, and the Trump administration is just turning them loose, and how important it is that we have accountability for law enforcement. But here we see that actually, nope, just completely unaccountable, untrained, guys with no authority are getting out there and doing this. Of course, it's going to create an incident. We all remember the last autonomous zone, right? Multiple kids ended up dead. We had a warlord within a few hours. Like, that's what happens when you actually suspend the rule of law. Why is the left so obsessed with turning every place they control into a lawless, violent war zone? Like, it's absolutely insane.
What happened with Chaz Chop anyway? Like, how did that come apart?
A bunch of people got killed.
And then did the local cops break it up?
I'm not 100% sure. I think they dismantled it because
they ran out of food because in a communist society, someone has to work.
Well, they kept trying to plant it on top of the plastic bags. You remember them just dumping piles of dirt, like bags of dirt from Home Depot, and then being like, I'll just grow some crops here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, they literally sat cardboard out and poured soil and seeds from Home Depot.
Yeah, and then some
3 days went by, and they're like, guys, we didn't think this out.
Some dude on LSD was dancing on it the day after. It was.
Yeah, there was like a local SoundCloud rapper that became like a warlord.
Yeah,
he was just executing people. I was like, what's going on?
You think at the very least they would have inserted a gardening manual in the Communist Manifesto, chapter 2, just sandwich in there, how to make food, a guide for communists.
I kind of like the idea of maybe every town does have a small chop just in the middle. So it's if you really are a communist or something. Yeah, you can kind of just hang out there, and then the warlord will sort things out after a while. It's kind of a beautiful thing when you really think about it.
I read the Communist Manifesto. The first 4 chapters were about lowering the age of consent.
Oh. So, like libertarians, but with the ability, but without the ability to grow food.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, it also looks like the Minnesota activists have put up a flag here. They're trying to recreate the famous U.S. Marines at Iwo Jima scene. And of course, we all know that the Minnesota flag has a striking resemblance to the Somali flag because the Somalis conquered Minnesota and made them change their flag. So what we're seeing here is basically a declaration that they have conquered Minnesota, that the leftists now not only own the streets, but they own the entire state. A lot of people will say, oh, it's just a flag. It's just a piece of cloth. It's just, a recreation or ritual. But I hope by now we understand that flags matter, that cloth matters, that ritual actually matters more than rhetoric. And when we allow something like this to happen, when we allow people to take these actions, it's making a clear declaration that we are giving up sovereignty, that we are handing control up to foreign powers. And this simply should not be allowed in the United States. It's amazing that we continue to really allow any of this.
Yeah, flags do matter. I know it's not Pride Month, but wait, what did you say?
I think about that, like wearing shirts with like words on them. I'm like, dude, I don't even like. What does this read? What am I promoting right now? That's a good way to put it. That it's more powerful than rhetoric, like imagery, promoting imagery, especially with the internet and the ability to splash that visual all over the place.
That's why you wear blanks. You got to get paid for promotion. You know, like you see like was it Ronaldo came up and there was like Cokes on the table and he took them off because he's like, oh, I'll kill you. I'm not getting paid to advertise this. So it's like same thing. We should be getting paid. If you're gonna wear a brand on your name, you're gonna get paid. This was Somalia. Yeah, this is terrible news. This is terrible. It's mocking Marines.
Yeah.
And it's the most Reddit thing ever to like think you could emulate the Iwo Jima by what? You just like sat on the streets long enough and the police didn't bother cracking down. Like that's conquering somehow. It's just
And
the most
they
ridiculous
tend
you've ever seen.
to, they tend to do this a lot. They do the whole like, you know, we're the same guys that were storming Normandy,
literally.
you know, fighting the Nazis, and now we're the guys that are, you know, that beat the Japanese at Iwo Jima. It's like, bro,
Yeah, dude, explain bisexuality to a 90-year-old and see what happens.
Dude, that battle for Iwo Jima was horrific. I don't know if you guys are much studied on the flame. They used flamethrowers on the beach, just melting people. Like, it was horrible. Trying to climb up that sandy mountain.
flamethrowers were for the pillboxes.
Yeah, they'd get up there and like the dude, and then they'd get hit. The flamethrower get hit, and they'd explode in flame. They're like, God! It was just to mock it like that is really desensitized.
Well, and the UK just got done with this big showdown over flags. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but they were battling over whether or not the St. George's Cross or the Union Jack should be displayed, and it was being swapped out with Pakistani flags and everything. And, you know, again, people will say, oh, this is tiny stuff. It doesn't matter. It's just some guy taking down a flag or raising it somewhere. No, again, this is a symbol of conquest, especially in the UK context where these people are literally raping the daughters of the English. Like, what does a conquering army do? It sends military young men into your area. They take control of the streets. They rape your daughters and they raise their flag in conquest. We should see this as the step down this road. We should recognize that we are in no way immune to the things that happened in the UK. When you let this kind of stuff happen, when you let this be permitted, the leftists are only going to exercise more and more power. I think we've got another clip of somebody here stopping plates as they come in.
Yeah, it's just our Somalian Uber driver, man.
Let's scrub it a little bit.
Hey, how's it going?
You said his license plates are ice?
Doing good, yeah. I was just saying, it looks like in our system, your plates came up as an ice plate. That doesn't seem like it's the case, but I just wanted to come through and see what was up and talk to you, see how you were doing. Okay, I figured, yeah.
I mean, he's clearly Somalian.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like masks for them, but not us, right?
He's clearly Somali. Let him go.
Oh, yeah.
giant.
Glad to hear it. What's your name? Ali? Ali, nice.
How long have you guys been out here today?
He doesn't speak English.
Look at that mask
Are we good
face,
though?
bro.
I do want to ask, what's the system you guys are using out
We
here?
just measure the size of the forehead.
Because it's obvious that was wrong, right? I mean, the guy was just a Somalian Uber driver, not
totally.
ice.
There's
Biology
ice there. You know, they're renting a
Look at
lot
those
of
blue
cars.
eyes
But
there.
yeah, you know, we'll take this off the list.
Yeah, you'll totally
y'all
take
with?
it off the list.
We're honestly just from California. Just independent photojournalists. Name's
Okay, do y'all have like a Twitter or something?
Jorge Ventura.
Jorge
Yeah,
Ventura?
Jorge Ventura.
All right, cool. Thank you.
How long has this been set up, man? Like, you know, the images of this are going viral online. That's why we came. I don't know if you know if they're going viral. But.
Yeah, no, I heard that. You know, people are people saying that, and you know, a lot of the neighbors support what we're doing. So happy to be here. You know?
Has local law enforcement said anything?
Not that we know of, no. But look, I gotta get back to this. I'm not trying to do no interview. All right.
I got to invent detaining people illegally.
Yeah, literally.
Like they just
So
What's this
set up
plan
checkpoints.
if he like uncovers an ICE agent, like an actual ICE agent? It's like, hey, no, you can't drive that way.
I mean, they've already run them out of restaurants. They've already intimidated them in several
but
scenarios.
if they're in a car and it's one guy,
Again, you think, but I mean, you know, look at everything that's happening here. You know, we got guys running plates through security checks. They're wearing masks. They're talking to people, pushing them into cars or pulling them out of cars. This is literally everything that the left complains that ICE is doing. doing.
Right.
They look exactly like ICE agents, but just, gayer and more communist. And ultimately, they have no real moral pushback. They just want to be the people in charge. They just want to be the authoritarians they claim ICE are, right? That's ultimately their goal. They don't want to get rid of ICE. They don't have a problem with that level of control or the government treating people that way. They just want to treat their enemies that way. They just don't want to be the people under the thumb. They're totally fine with the process.
Oh yeah, if they could have ICE, but for like white South African refugees, they'd be knocking doors down like every single hour. Like it would be insane. They would get all of them out within like 24 hours.
The solution for this, the solution for this, like, is a TOS violation. Like, I can't say what to do to fix this, but it would fix it fast.
All the solutions are Fed posts?
All solutions are Fed posts.
They're actually for everything we're for. They just want their side to win. That's what I'm seeing here. They're checking IDs. If you don't belong here, we're going to get rid of you. I mean, they're literally doing the thing that we're trying to do. Only we're actually following the law.
Well, it blew up their whole narrative recently because didn't it just get leaked that both of the agents that were involved in the Peretti shooting were Hispanic? So now,
best news.
So now, like, just absolutely nothing about this holds. Oh, it's racist. Oh, it's xenophobic. Oh, it's no, actually, like our based Mexican.
His name was Jesus.
All context removed. You see a story about like two ethnic minorities like brutally murdering a white guy, and you're like, whoa, what is going on in Minnesota? Like this is so with no context, you're like, this sounds pretty bad. And then it turns out, who would have thought 2026, all the roles are reversed, things are getting wacky and wild out there.
There are nobody more motivated in ICE than the Hispanic men.
Yeah, dude, they're patriots. Those guys.
Well, it's like the late Roman Empire. It's just it's just filled with the Gauls and all the foreigners that you were trying to keep out before. Now they're the only people that staff it up. My favorite meme has been the Spider-Man all pointing at each other. Hernandez, ICE agent. Hernandez, illegal. Hernandez, supporter. Hernandez,
Congresswoman. Hernandez.
It's just all.
Well, there's
Secretary of State.
there's something to first and second generation migrants that come here legally.
Yes.
They actually believe the American dream. They were given something they came here to actually have, and they worked hard for it, and they want to keep it. So when they see everyone coming in, pouring in illegally and taking benefits, taking things, they're working hard, to provide a system for the family. I mean, they have every right to be pissed off, and they should be.
Every native Floridian knows that the most racist anti-immigrant people in Florida are first generation and second generation Hispanic immigrants. They're like, I got in, I know what those places are like, pull the ladder up behind me, light everyone who tries to get in here on fire. I am here to be American. We're done. That really is a real phenomenon. They are aggressively anti-immigrant.
To your earlier point, though, like, this is all, like, the laws that ICE are enforcing are all passed in a bipartisan way. They were passed 2 decades ago or whatever, Democrats and Republicans. Donald Trump was elected with a majority in the Electoral College and a popular majority. The popularity of deporting illegals is something like 85%, or at least criminals is like 90% or 85%, and deporting all illegal immigrants is like 60%. So these people are literally doing everything they can to go against the will of the people and against the law. And then because of the media helping to characterize this as Donald Trump as being a fascist and stuff, there are people that are getting squishy. But if you look at this just on the facts, like, this is an extremely popular thing, getting rid of illegal aliens. This is what Donald Trump was elected for, and we need to see more of it.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.